Hello, everyone. Welcome back, Eric. I see you're already in the chat. Hello to you. Good to see you here. So we had a guest tonight, but unfortunately, the hurricane has left them to where we need to postpone. So they down there getting ready for the weather. You know, it's pretty bad right now. I know here between 3 a.m. and 9 a.m. in the morning, it's supposed to be really, really bad here. So there's a few hours there. But other than that, we got Corey with us today from Grams and Pops.
I was gonna say,
Of course, we
don't act
got.
so happy to be stuck with me.
Oh yeah, we're always pleasure to have you around. And then of course we got the Miami Dolphin fan, Brad, Black Sheep Society, and then of course you have me. So, you guys, how's your week gone?
I don't know. We went sourcing today, so Thursday's sourcing day for us. Went good.
Yeah, we went sourcing on Tuesday. We had picked up another lot of Playmobil, drove up to Kentucky and picked up a big load of Playmobil, and I think she's got about 50 drafts up on it, or some up for sale already. So
Can't believe how often you find that. We don't see that very often here.
you just got to search for it. It's kind of one of those you find what you're looking for,
Yep.
And by the way, that reminds me, that's actually that's a good thought. Anybody know Justin Resells?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is he the one that he has that app, doesn't he?
I don't know. I don't think he does. That's Phoenix Resells.
His is mostly teaching channel, I think.
Yeah. He answers a
I
lot
know
of
who you're talking
questions.
about.
He's very he's got a very dry sense of humor, but he's really funny if you ever. But
I
he's
enjoy
got a
his videos.
video. He's got a video that's probably about a year old, and it's got some URL hacks for how to open up the Facebook Marketplace code
Mm-hmm.
to find more of what you want to find on there. And so everybody
What?
should check it out.
Wait a minute. There's a code?
Well, everything's in code on there's an algorithm and there's a code. And so like when you search for something on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or anywhere, it's showing you what it wants to show you based on what you've put in. But what you might want to see, you might not want to see what they're showing you. You might want to see it in a certain way. Like you might want to see what's been listed the longest or the shortest, and Facebook Marketplace especially doesn't really give you those options. So there's some copy and paste codes you can click in there, and it'll open up the marketplace. You should watch the video. I'm explaining it poorly, but
Okay.
go find. I think his name is Justin Resells. I'll look it up here in a minute. But hey, find it, and it's probably about a year old. The code is. Hey, look, we got Crocodile Dundee with us today. Hey, mate.
Hey, this is a guy Harvey. I got to pick this up for 50 cents.
Ordered some cards from Dan in Demand, and he sent me the cool little sticker. I like that.
Oh,
I
got one of the reseller leftovers too.
Did you put them in top loaders or did he?
He did.
That's nice.
Yeah, he had them both, and he actually had both of them in this kind of sturdy top loader.
Brad, I love Dan. Did you see my message of the making this circle thing?
Yeah, I did. I hadn't had time to stop and do anything with it yet.
No hurry on it. I mean, I ain't like I can do anything with it today or tomorrow. I sent Corey a sticker today on a square piece of paper.
Well, you were talking about Dan and Demand. Do you watch their podcast over there?
I did, yeah, or I do. I watch it every week.
You hear Jimmy every once in a while talking about his concierge service?
Yes.
Somehow, I don't know. You guys might want to check your help and support section. Like this showed up in ours the other day. I don't know if that's going to show up. Somehow we got upgraded to our own concierge service. So now we just go and click a button and we have our own.
What?
It says it's an eBay concierge member. You have instant access to premium service. I don't know how they upgraded us or why. I've been trying to find somebody else they did with too. Like we didn't pay for it.
How do you find that again?
It's under help and support or help and contact.
So I have a number. Actually, I have a couple different numbers for eBay, and I hadn't had any trouble like one of the numbers. I don't know which one it is, but when I call, I just kind of somebody gave me the hack a long time ago. Like you can skip through all the stuff and you can just say agent, and so
Oh, really?
it'll just take me. It'll take me to an agent. So I think they kind of
When's the,
stopped the phone
when's the
stuff.
last time you used that, Brad?
Huh?
When's
Uh,
the last time you used that?
maybe a month ago. I don't know. I know a lot of people said they discontinued like phone support, but that being said, the few times I've clicked into actually, I think you said this on y'all's show the other day, Corey, that whenever you've like punched in to have them call you, they usually call back pretty quick, like within a couple
Very
minutes
quick.
of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we always used to go through Facebook, the Facebook page for eBay Business, which they got rid of.
That's what I heard.
So
Yeah.
so now we just
Oh,
go
really?
to the help and contact, and they still have a button on the bottom of that page for call me back,
Yeah.
and they do call back fast. Like it's not an issue.
Yeah, that's what I have to do. Because I used to have the number also where I just call them, and then like Brad was saying, operator or agent or whatever, and somebody would pick up on the other end. Of course, somebody's sitting in their house, but uh,
I like the
but
call me back
I
option
got to
better.
it got to a point. It got to a point to where I couldn't call them no more, and you got some automated service, and they never would let you. So
Well,
I've been
how
having to
often
do it
did you
through the
call them?
help, huh?
They might have just got sick of you. How often did you call
I have. I don't know. But now, like I do, like what you said, I've been having to do hit the help. And then when you go to the chat thing, chat with an agent, I just type in call me. And then they ask me a couple of questions, and then I just keep saying call me. And then finally they'll give you the number and they'll call you within 2 minutes, and that's what I do.
them? I think we've only had to
Marcia,
talk to
hello.
eBay.
Ping, hello. Sue, hello.
I think we've
Oh,
only
there
had
you go.
actually talked to them 2 or 3 times in the 3 years we've been doing it. It
Oh,
hasn't been very many times.
maybe that's why you get all the easy stuff. I mean, I'm calling them once a month.
Just see what's for dinner.
Yeah.
Check in.
Yep. Checking in.
Yeah, they just have
Checking
your
in.
caller ID.
That's probably what it is. I got my caller ID. I'm like, man, this guy, man, we just don't want to talk to him no more.
You know what?
But I bet
I
if
got
my name
called.
was Kevin, man, now Kevin's got him on speed dial.
Well, he doesn't have to call them. They just call Kevin. You got to hit that VIP status.
Yeah.
We were sitting with our kids the other day, and I got called old. Do you guys have the ringer on your phone? I know you just had the cha-ching. Do you have the? I mean, you have the sound on your phone, right?
I have actually, I got it turned off. But
Well, I
just,
I do because I'm in here, but usually I have it on.
yeah.
Apparently, that's some boomer habits or something. You're not supposed to do that. All the kids just have their phones on vibrate and they have no notifications on.
Well, they're
My kids were
idiots.
making fun of us the other day for that. I was like, "What the hell are you talking about? Why would I not want my phone to ring?"
Right.
I see, and that's my son. We pay. Well, we guess we do. We pay for the phone. We got the phone. We pay for it, and he wants to not answer when I call or not text back when I text. It's like, hey, buddy, if you're not going to use the phone the way it's supposed to be used, if I call you, you better be answering because I pay for that bill. If you ain't going to answer, guess what? It's my phone now.
Yeah.
But he's
Yeah, I
gotten to
can't
where
do
he
that.
answers. He's gotten to where he's pretty good about answering it now because we've had some go arounds with that. But at the same time, he
Leroy.
he pays his bill now too. There's a prosthetic leg joined us. Leroy, you on the wrong side, buddy. Leroy became a millionaire over the week with that prosthetic leg, by the way.
Hey, we'll do one of these things.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's cute.
Oh, a heart.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Love it.
how
Real
sweet.
See, Brad, I just let you go like that.
No, right.
Eric said he can't even email him or contact him.
So can I tell on you a little bit, Chris?
Oh, wait a minute. Right there. My Macquarie account was closed. About what?
Last week.
I'm
No,
lost.
I'll wait. Never mind. Go ahead. I'll
Give me
share
a
it
hint.
back. I'll share
All
it
right,
backstage. I can't give you a
Private
hint
chat.
without ruining it. I'll share it
You get
backstage.
him riled up already?
Private chat me.
It was just something funny from last week.
Oh, well, private chat me.
No, I'm not going to.
Well, send me a text.
No, I'm not going to.
Tell
It's
him,
gonna bother me
Brad.
the whole
That's it.
show. It's
That's
gonna
why.
bother me the whole show, man. You see, you did that on purpose. That ain't nothing, man. You did that just to get me riled up on the whole show. You
No.
like getting me riled up when Leroy's on here anyway, so Leroy can complain about me.
Here's the question. I told you I'd come back after I moved my warehouse. I came back after I moved my warehouse. Now you got all these fancy guests. I still haven't got paid in 3 weeks. I bet you Corey got paid yesterday. He got his little money came in from Cash App to be on the show. Where's my money?
Well, I got paid, but not from Chris. I think I owe Chris money.
We had another guest supposed to come on too, Leroy, but she couldn't make it because of the hurricane.
Southern Treasures is her name.
Yep, Southern Treasures. If anyone is interested, actually in the links below in the comments, her link to her YouTube channel and her link to her TikTok, because she does a lot of TikTok shorts and stuff. You guys should go check her out. Her name's Max Southern Treasures. Go over on TikTok, or you can go on YouTube. She don't have a very big channel on YouTube. She just started at like 11 subscribers. So that would be cool. Everybody that watches this show, go over to Southern Treasures on YouTube.
Nobody's
and
watching
subscribe
this
to her
show.
YouTube channel.
Hold on, we just got a crash. Something just crashed. I think all 3 people went over to Southern Treasures. What do we do now? God,
She
no.
Hey, wouldn't that be cool?
After
Look,
the show,
wait a minute.
please don't go now.
Now wait a minute. Wouldn't that be cool though for her though? I mean, because normally this show in the next 3 hours, this show will have up to 60 views. Wouldn't that be cool? Is in the morning she wakes up, she's dealing with all this hurricane stuff. She wakes up with 60 new subscribers on her channel. I mean, that would be pretty cool. I
The
think.
bots don't
Or
count.
two. Red Cardinal, go over, subscribe. Eric, go over, subscribe. Beard Pier, go over, subscribe. And
I already did last week.
Marsha just subscribed to her. Look at that.
nice.
Hey, oh man, golly, man. Oh. We gonna talk. Hey, we will talk after Saturday, Scott.
Corey,
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you because I don't really like these other two guys right now.
fair enough.
Wow.
The reason why
Corey Hart you one time and you're ready to drop me?
oh,
Wow.
I'm in love now. Now that we homies, guess what happened to me today? So if you look at my name, it's changed, right? I got
So,
3 more legs today.
no, did you really?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Why not?
Yep.
I mean, if they sell that good, Leroy, I mean, well, why not?
I gotta split these. These aren't all profit for me. But they're not new. They're beat up. But I'm gonna take them apart. Same thing I did with the other ones, and the parts, new or old, they still sell for good money.
You're not jacking
One of-
people
one
outside
of
the
them is
hospital
a-
for these, are
One
you?
of them is an above knee, and the above knees are big dollars.
You
Yeah.
just
So
save
when you
them
go
up, build a
when you
whole
go to that
robot.
next yard sale, Corey, right? And the guy's in a wheelchair and he's got one leg. Say, hey, you got any of those legs? How do you ask somebody at a yard sale? Hey, sir,
Yes.
God bless you. I'm sorry about your leg, but you got any prosthetics for sale?
That's funny.
I appreciate it, Scott.
Hey, look, hey, Eric said his account on McCoy was closed with no explanation. Eric, let me ask you a question because this happened to ADH Dave. Did you happen to
No,
list
don't
any
use that
kind
as
of
an example.
knives?
Yeah, that's the worst.
ADH Dave happens to ADH Dave. Not
Yeah,
you
well,
can't
Yeah,
do that.
he earns that every time it happens.
Yes,
to
he does.
I mean, knives will get you kicked off of McCoy if you list any knives on
Oh,
there.
quick. Yep.
Yeah, real quick. Oh, look, there we go, Shane. He must
Shane, I
be
bought
talking about.
you a gift today, Shane, when we were out shopping. I found something for you. I'll send it your way.
Look at the guy. Look at Scott. Man, we appreciate that.
It's the worst show on the internet. Next to your show. Yeah.
Oh, man. Thank you,
Corey,
Brad.
good job on the flipping channel, the swimming with the dolphins the other night. You did good. You stayed above water.
Appreciate it. That hot seat is a little nerve wracking.
It is.
I don't like that.
I was in it the last time. I actually like it because if you're not in the hot seat, sometimes I'd forget the question. It would get to me and I'd be like, what was the question?
Hey, Brad, I was going to be hitting the mute button again. Timmy!
I know. I was cutting you off at the pass there. I was letting you know.
I just fixed it.
Let him holler.
Sound better?
Yeah, that mic sounds better.
All right.
Yeah, that was a fun show. I hope they're doing okay in Florida with that hurricane rolling through.
Yeah, I just talked to her. She's hanging in there.
Good.
Yeah,
man, they talking about 20-foot surge of water going through the panhandle right there. That's just crazy.
Hey, is anybody else getting a new sound for the eBay, or is it just me?
I hadn't. No.
I got a new sound now.
What does it sound
I
like?
don't think so.
I don't know. Go buy something out of my store, Brad.
I was just gonna say that. Leroy beat me to it.
Have you got anything? You got anything under $5?
No, don't buy anything out of my store. It's weird. It's a weird sound.
Huh. No. Hey, I
No,
like
the phone goes in your pocket, and who knows what happens when it's in there sometimes. It comes out like I ordered something from Temu one time.
I saw it. Yeah, Shane played a golf tournament today with Tornado and Flippy, I guess.
How'd you do, Shane?
Wait a minute. I just got a text. This is supposed to be from Doug. It says, I'm going to ask you to make a contribution of $40 today. Let me explain why. Well, that's who just sent me a text saying they're Doug wanting a contribution of $40. There ain't no way.
You'll be getting a lot of those in the next 6 months.
Look, every time I get a Democratic text, man, I just put Trump 2024 on there and leave it be. Dude,
I just got my tax bill. I paid for Doug, Mary, Susan, Tammy, Rochelle, you name them. I paid for all of them. Sucks, man.
Shane went and played golf in the storms today.
Mm-hmm.
With Harry Tornado and Flippy.
I say that on a funny day, Shane.
So he said horrible, so much rain, none of us hit the ball well. But y'all, so you're telling me y'all can hit the ball well on other days, Shane?
I think that's what he's implying.
I think they
spend enough on clubs, they ought to be able to.
Right.
Speaking of clubs, so I decided to do some cleaning up today. And one of the areas that gets neglected is like when I get clubs, they just all go in an area. Like I usually buy a bag at a time. And I went through a bag that I'd picked up a couple months ago. And dadgummit, there were so many good clubs in that bag. I probably got $700 or $800 worth of clubs in that bag. Just been sitting back there making nobody money.
Yep. I've got a whole bag of Nike clubs sitting in a corner that we haven't listed.
Yeah.
So that's what the death pile is. It just sits back there and just does nothing.
Yep. Well, see, when I got it, I paid $20 for it at a yard sale. I just grabbed it because I don't know a whole lot about clubs, but it had one of the Nike drivers in it. And so I was like, I know that'll sell. So I picked it up and I think I sold that for like $85-90 within 12 hours. And then I never listed anything else out of the bag. It's like I was content, I guess. I don't know.
I'm trying to remember what the clubs were. I know they're all Nike. The drivers and the irons are all Nike in the set we got. Teresa, if you're listening, if you remember the name of those, put it in the chat. I don't remember what the name was.
Yeah, I hear you, Shane. I'd probably sell them all to you for a good price if we were to meet up. I got a tote of.
Listed them.
I found a tote of and I know they're not all good, but oh crap, what's the pots and pans brand that's kind of like bread and butter for everybody? I can't think of the brand name.
I don't buy pots and pans anymore.
Pioneer
Are they
Woman.
ones with the copper
No, I'm
bottoms?
going to say Regal Cinemas. It's something like Regal or something like that, or what's I can't think of the name. Somebody in the thing throw it in
Somebody's
there.
got the copper bottom ones.
Some of them, yeah, some of them have the copper
Revereware?
bottom. Revereware,
Revereware.
yes,
Revereware,
yeah, Revereware.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Graham said it right there. Revereware.
Hey, I said it first. Don't give her any credit.
Thank you, Teresa. I don't know. Has anybody tried? Have you tried selling anything like that over on Commons yet, Corey?
Not pans, we haven't. Mostly just because of the shipping. If you're going to build a decent lot out of them, you got to ship them, and
Yeah,
that would be a lot of shipping. You could do it though. We just set our shipping where it needs to be.
yeah. I got that same problem right now. I had a lot of stock car racing magazines that I picked up super cheap at a yard sale, and I thought, well, I'll stick those over on Commons. You know, somebody will want them, and I'll make them super cheap. The problem is, even if I listed them at 20 cents a magazine or 15 cents a magazine, shipping was going to make it so far out of reach.
But you also got to realize, I don't know how it is on Commons. I'll tell you guys a story in a minute about Commons. You guys, two of you guys will be excited for me. But you could also, people like you, Brad, you will drive 200 miles. Some people will drive and meet you. So always keep that option open. Nobody's going to see Corey. That ain't happening. But
not a single person.
So guess what I did today? I helped my buddy set up his Commons account.
Sweet.
Which buddy?
None of you guys know. This guy does storage units, and
that'd be good for him.
Probably gets like 3 storage units a week. He has a garage that's what do we figure out it was today? It was 60 by 30, and it's full.
Wow.
And his yard is full, and his house is full, and his trailer is full.
That's eBay. That was eBay. That somebody sent you an offer.
They sent me a message.
I hate that.
Hey, look, real quick, while you're looking at that, I want to show you guys something. So when I went to the sale, Leroy, when we was down there in Columbia or wherever it was, I bought a figurine down there. Eric bought that figurine from me when he seen it on the show when I was showing everybody what I got down there. He bought it from me about that. Yeah. So look, he says that figurine was actually given to a friend who happened to be my aunt to sell in that flea market. Ain't that crazy? Because the figurine was a replica. So at first he thought it was so apparently there's a story with this figurine. This figurine was his dad's, if I remember correctly. And apparently it was given. Now we see it was given to a friend. He thought it got thrown away, so it was one that looked exactly like it. So he wanted it because it was, So essentially, what it turned out to be, it's the actual figurine that was his dad's.
Oh, that's
I'm reading that correctly. Am I reading that correct? I think that's how I'm reading it. So ain't
the way
that
I
neat?
read that was he didn't like it, so he gave it to his aunt to sell at a flea market. But you could, hey, tomato.
Well, no, I know the backstory behind the figurine. But see, look, when he spent this, I was having flashbacks of oh no, returns.
Don't mind.
That's
you can
crazy.
Always cut me off, Chris. You can always cut me off.
All right, go ahead, Leroy. You was dealing with
a
message.
I got nothing to say.
Brad, you could do the heavier shipping on Commons though. I know we bought like 50 leather jackets from Cernock, and he shipped a box the size of a Prius, and it was still reasonable. I mean, it was a good buy on our part.
He said it was the size of a Prius.
The thing was ridiculous. There wasn't an inch of that box showing. It was all eBay tape. in different colors. There's not a stitch of cardboard showing.
You know the best way for that stuff, the best for instead of the eBay tape, shrink wrap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I use shrink wrap.
Shrink
I-
wrap.
The that box of books is going to weigh. It was 50 pounds.
Uh-oh.
It was a little over
Uh-oh.
50 pounds, and it was just. It's. I don't know, man.
I
Depending
don't
on
know what
what.
that box of coats weighed, but I could tell you the guy who had to put it up on my porch was cursing our name. I could guarantee you that because it was not a light box.
Yeah.
You think
Well,
maybe
here's-
he was cursing my name? That's
Who-
Leroy.
Here's the thing. It's like, okay, so if I list it on Commons, it's so heavy that I can't put a flat rate shipping on it without it being like really high to account for where it might go and make it like super cheap. I mean, I was gonna sell these things dirt cheap. But so typically something like that is going to go better UPS, but UPS is not one of the calculated shipping options on there. And it's just,
Oh, don't use that anyway.
there's just a whole lot of, there's a whole lot of obstacles in getting that listed over there. And I hadn't came up with a good, somewhere in the middle to work with it to make it happen. So
We do the flat rate shipping on there. We just choose, like, we ship music books on there all the time. We've sold like a dozen lots of music books. We pack them up in like 15-pound boxes, whatever will fit in that box, and we sell that lot. And then I think we charge like $12 shipping on that box and send it out. I believe they're going ground advantage for us because it's cheaper than media mail.
yeah.
But yeah, we don't use the calculated shipping on there. We just
How
figure
much
out
is
about
a-
what it'd be.
How much
Well,
is how much is a medium flat rate box now? Do you know how much that costs to
I
ship?
no idea. Like $14 probably.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what,
I've never used it. So
that's
go
what I
ahead.
told my friend. I said, just stop making boxes. Get the box first,
Yep.
fill the box, then empty the box, take the pictures, and put it up on Commons.
That's
Like-
exactly what we did.
Yeah, this guy has 200 remotes. He has, I mean, he's a storage
I
unit guy.
didn't know you knew Rockstar Flipper.
Yeah,
Or
good
K-Rod.
we're good friends. He knows me as another name.
Oh, hey,
But
You and Rockstar Flipper are friends? Is that what you said?
I used to be a supporter. I'll say it that way.
Did you get to ride in his car?
No, never got to ride in the
What
car.
about his golf cart?
Missed opportunities.
okay, all right. Super weird. I gotta share that about the car. Jogged my memory. So we drove 250 miles to this place in Kentucky. Once we get off of the, like it's not the interstate that we pulled off there. It's like the Bluegrass Parkway or something, which is basically an interstate. It connects interstates. We got off of that, drove into the middle of this like farming community, gets down to like this single lane road that we were on for probably 12 to 15 miles. We pick up our Playmobil. We're heading back out on that same thing, on that same trail. And I'm not kidding you. There was a string of Corvettes past us that
Wow.
was probably 45 deep. I don't know what they were doing in the middle of the day in Kentucky on a single lane road, but they were dry. It was like, what in the world's going on here?
We
Is
see
there
those pretty often around here. They just get together for their Corvette clubs. You won't find a hair in those cars that isn't gray. Like it could be just a nursing home in Corvettes. But they have big clubs around here. They get together and drive them all over.
So we passed on the way, but this is a good ways away. It's probably 75, 80 miles away. There's a Corvette museum or something on the interstate there on I guess it's I-65. Maybe somewhere around Bowling Green, Kentucky or something. So, well, yeah, somebody posted in the chat. Are you from Kentucky, Lisa?
There you go.
Yeah, she threw it in there. It was just weird. It was like, what the heck is going on right now? Like if I'd have seen a string of 14 combines, I was expecting that.
That's a
So-
Tuesday here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Brad, let me ask you, we went to Moorhead, Kentucky to pick up our friend
Katie,
Bulldog a few years ago. And did you go to KFC, the original KFC, when you was there?
KFC died probably 12 years ago. It ain't coming
No,
back.
they have a. Oh, you.
Nor should it.
It's more like Krusty. It's more like Krusty FC now.
Hello,
It's a
Katie.
crack
How are
house
you?
drive-through.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Lisa says not long ago there was a sinkhole in the middle of a Corvette museum in Kentucky. Like the sinkhole was a museum.
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
it's crazy. Then Bowling Green is the the place huge sink. Yeah, okay, Marsha said the same thing. That's cool. Here we go. Wait a minute.
Hey,
We
let's go
always
with that.
thought by the original KFC when we traveled through Kentucky. Yeah, it was pretty neat. The disgruntled octopus, welcome.
Hey, now you're big time. You got the octopus in here.
Yeah, yep.
No, Scott, we don't.
Wait a minute. Do none of y'all keep up with current? No, I don't keep up with no current events. We stay too busy.
Oh,
Stay
you
tuned.
guys watched the eBay Open yesterday?
I know
Day
you did.
before?
I saw your
See?
name in the credits.
I had no idea what's going on.
We knew you were going to, and that you would fill us in.
I
Tell us
got you
all about
covered.
it.
Here,
Hey,
we'll
Cat.
Look at
summarize it.
here,
I'm leaving.
Leroy.
Nurse Flipper's in.
Leroy left.
bolted. He must owe her money.
Golly. Cat, how are you doing down there? You got your boat out, floating around in it, or I mean, you doing okay? I'm just joking, but you doing
Right.
okay down there right now?
Surprised you got signal. You needing some help?
Yeah,
Is that why you came on here?
right. Yeah, it's a good signal. It's blowing bad, man. Yeah, it's supposed to get. I'm not exactly. I can't. Do we know where she's at exactly in relation to where that's going to hit at?
Yeah, I thought it might be going right through where she is.
I don't think it. I think it. She's over.
Okay.
Okay. She said Rod's without power though.
Catch the outside edge of it.
Oh, somebody send Rod some candles.
Yeah.
Post office is
Supposed
down.
to
They
see
won't
your
deliver
keys.
them yet.
He was on some show and he was like, "Oh, everybody can come to my house if you feel unsafe." And he's the first one to lose power.
Oh wow, she's 20 miles inland from Cedar Key. Cedar Key's supposed to get it bad.
Okay.
They're calling like 20-foot surges over there.
That's
He's going to his
crazy.
friends to watch the game. I'm going to be watching it too. That's cool.
There another sports ball game on tonight? Is that what's
Yeah.
happening?
Dallas Cowboys and who's Dallas playing again?
Somebody who's going to beat them.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Have you been paying attention, Chris? You think the Falcons lost every game and the Cowboys, you think they won every game? It's not the
The
way it's going.
Cowboys,
Pelicans?
hey, look, the Cowboys only won one game.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. I don't. Who are they playing? They play the Giants. That's who they're playing. They might win tonight.
That's a division. That's a divisional game. Divisional games are always harder.
Yeah, they might.
By the time the hurricane gets to Katy in Michigan, it'll be blowing out Skittles. Like by the time it gets all the way to Michigan, it would change to just like the candy at a parade. You know, they throw the candy out. I'm sorry, don't mind me, guys.
Yeah, it's a good
JP.
Scott. It's a good thing that's not my day job.
I don't know.
So I went today and I bought a bowling ball. I paid $7. I paid $7. Now it's still in the truck. I paid $7.50 for it, and it turns out it's about $125 ball.
Are you listed yet?
No, it's in the truck, Leroy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I had to swim from the truck to the door. You know, I couldn't carry a ball. I'd drown.
I don't think you can swim. Swim.
Wait, you were in the Navy, weren't you? I hope you could swim.
Yeah, Kat, you're right. They're saying up where I'm at, and where I'm at, we're looking at about at 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. is when it's going to be bad for us here. So, but it's been raining all. Leroy, how bad's it been over there at your house today?
I was in Anderson all day.
Oh well, you know how bad it's been raining down here. Then,
Yeah.
this is
I left this morning at 6 o'clock and drove to Anderson, and I had to pull over at one time. It was pretty bad.
yeah. I woke up this morning and look. So when we remodeled the home, on the underpinning part, before we put the underpinning part, we put because it's a low line area, and we had put built up with sand around there, so it wouldn't flood out. And then we put the underpinning up. So when we this morning, when I woke up and went out to get in the truck to come over here to the barn, when I backed up on the end, I saw water rushing out. It had washed all that sand out of that corner right there, and it was rushing out underneath the home, right there underneath there. And I was like, that's just great.
You see the houses where Eric lives falling down, getting blown away?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, if you look on the news, right in the Outer Banks, there's a couple of houses that not because of the
forgot
storm.
he was over there.
Huh?
I forgot he was in the Outer Banks.
Yeah.
And you just see this house that's on like the stilts, and the bottom just falls out, and the house just floats away. Is that called the mobile home?
It is now.
Yeah, Cat, you probably
Where's
should
that
stay
house
home.
For a houseboat, yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm really silly today.
But I don't know, Kat. If nobody else is going out, there might be some deals to find out there.
Right.
You just pick them up as they float by.
That's the way a reseller thinks, It's like maybe. So, Corey, did you say you heard anything specific or special at eBay Open? I mean,
The only thing that registered that stuck with me is when they asked a lady what was top of mind for her eBay business, and she said Veros, because she gets a lot of donations, and they're dealing in used, and there's really no recourse if you get a Vero other than to contact company and have them okay the product, which they just ignore, which means they take it off. And they abruptly did an about face and said, yeah, but we're doing really good on those automatic payments now. They didn't even answer a question. I was like, come on, eBay. Like that was such an eBay answer. After that, it was hard to tune into anything. Like, it's just, everything was completely scripted, and then they deflected any real question. So I wasn't impressed.
Just like regular politics, then.
Just like regular politics, huh? Okay. Yeah, there you go. Well,
that's a great question. That's a great question, and we're so glad that you asked it.
And we're never going to answer it.
What we're gonna do is, yeah.
Yeah, I was disappointed with their non-answer. I mean, he couldn't have pivoted any faster. Octopus, it was during, the guy that was speaking was with their trust department. He was the head of the eBay trust department. It was in today's.
What are you supposed to trust? That you're going to take all my money?
Well, not their trust department, I can tell you that.
Hey, Leroy, guess what? So yesterday morning, let me tell you about my last 2 days.
Why don't you tell everybody? You don't have to just tell me.
Well, yeah, I'm going to tell everybody. Hello, Beard King Picker. Hello.
Alex is in here.
Tuesday,
I got to show him something.
So what you just showing?
I don't know if Alex can see that. My first Amazon book sold, Alex, so I'm kind of a big deal over there now.
Oh. Leroy, all right, so Tuesday we had to get we wanted to be out of the storage unit this week. Okay. So I told Tammy, I says, all right, I'm gonna have a yard sale Wednesday. Now this is last week. I'm gonna have a yard sale Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at the house. So Tuesday, I'm gonna, whatever's left in the storage unit is going into yard sale. I'm gonna load up the truck and the trailer, and I'm gonna bring it over to the barn, and I'm gonna have a big yard sale over there and all that. And I was gonna do a live and everything. Well, of course, that was last week. Well, so Tuesday come around and I realized, or Monday come around and I realized, oh crap, we got a hurricane coming this week. And so we was looking at the weather, and the weather kept saying it was going to be okay Friday and Saturday, or a little bit of rain for Wednesday, a little bit of rain Thursday. But it was all over the place. So we talked about it Tuesday, and we was like, or Monday, and I was like, well, I tell you what, why don't I just go to the Pickens flea market, get tables underneath the cover, and go to take the stuff down there. So we went, and I rented 3 tables, and Tuesday, I went and got everything out of the storage unit. We had a bad storm coming at 7 o'clock, and I waited till, because I knew it was coming, and I waited till then after it was over with. And me and Austin went and got all the stuff out of the storage unit, waited up. You jackleg, man. Golly, quit distracting me. So there's a point to all this. So we loaded everything up, and so I get it back to the house. Well, I left it in the truck. I didn't have no way to. I put tarps over everything. Well, Tuesday night at 2 o'clock in the morning, decided to come a tarantula. So all my stuff I'm gonna be out in the yard sale is outside in the back of my truck, but it's all it is under tarps.
A tarantula? You're gonna have a
shut up.
Spider sale.
So anyway, yeah. So I got up at 4 o'clock. I pulled all the tarps off of it, and it was just horrible. So I went to I already paid for the tables, $27. So I says, I'm going to go try and get rid of what I can. So I went down there. I got there at 4:30 in the morning. There was nobody there, Leroy. Nobody. I was the only vendor there. And at 5:30, some people started showing up. So out of everything that I salvaged, I was able to salvage some things. I made $300 by 10 o'clock that morning.
Chris, the moral of this story is you might need better friends.
Chris took himself off.
It's his channel.
Hey, check this out, though. Check this out. I can put him right back. No. Hey,
that's awesome. That's awesome, Chris. I'm proud of you, buddy. I give you a pat on the back, buddy. Good job. Good little boy. We're very proud of you. Keep up the good friend. Maybe you can do it again next time. That's amazing. Good boy, Chris. Good boy.
Thank you, Katie, for listening. I greatly appreciate that. I'm sorry the story got distracted. I'm sorry I got distracted telling the story, but I was trying to make a point that at the end of the day at 11 o'clock, I had a bunch of stuff left, and I was just going to junk it and put it in a dumpster. And I told everybody around me if they wanted it, they can have it. Now, keep in mind, I got a truck full of wet stuff and a trailer full of wet stuff that I did not put out because there was no use of selling. When I left there 30 minutes later, I left with empty boxes. They took everything. It was like vultures just, it was like, I mean, it was crazy. So I didn't have to go to the dump. I was happy about that. So,
And then you saved money from going into the storage unit. Nice.
Yeah. Save money going to the dump. Save money from having to pay another month in the storage unit. And blah blah blah.
Brad said the other day he after the storm he's just gonna go to everybody's house. Anybody who had the storm is gonna go in their yard, just start picking stuff up.
Yeah. Hey, am I the only one that every time we see like a UPS truck that's like parked on the side of the road and the guy's up at the house, I think sourcing opportunity, or if I see an Amazon trailer in a parking lot, I think sourcing opportunity. Or
whose doorbell? Let that people in.
That's us. We've got there's no windows to the outside world in our dungeon out here, so I had to put a bell in so we can hear when we get bubble wrap or boxes. Or
what are you getting at 6 o'clock at night?
Nothing tonight. My wife and son just went to Zaxby's and got something to eat. They must be back.
They didn't get
or I'm getting invaded. So, which come on, end it for me quick.
So
have a great night, Marsha. Thanks for coming by.
I did want to ask My buddy, I believe, is watching now, and he's new to district. And I know, Corey, you sell on district a lot. Um, um, so is it what could you say, like somebody who's like totally new, like he's not big into, he has an eBay store with like 100 items, but he's not really like, he doesn't know if he wants to do eBay or do district, because he goes to shows, he does big shows, and like he'll go to Tennessee, and like he's going up to the that sale that Kevin open at Kevin's next week. Like he goes to 127. He does all those shows, so it's hard for him to keep an eBay store. I was like, dude, all this stuff you got, you could do shop commons, and you could put up 2 or 3 lots a day. When you're home, and when you gotta leave, you just make sure make sure you don't have anything, everything's gone, what
Yep.
could you say to
Are you
try
talking
to
just district in general or just shop commons? Because shop commons,
shop commons?
I would say on commons, the biggest thing over there, one, it's super easy to list. Don't overcomplicate it. Take like 4 pictures of the setup and then hit your record for a video. Do under 30 seconds to show what it is and list it. But probably the biggest thing over there, there's like, I don't know, there's like 800 listings right now. It's 700 of them will never sell because people are putting it over there thinking they're going to get just under eBay price, and it ain't going to happen. Like
Yeah.
people that are buying are people like me, and I'm used to garage sale prices. Like if there's no meat on the bone, we pay up for, like we paid up for those leather coats from Cernock. That was a good size purchase, but it was 50% of eBay value. I could still turn those over. But if you're selling a $12 lot of McDonald's toys that I can make 24, I'm not doing 50%. Like make sure you leave a lot of meat on the bone for the lots. The smaller price the lot is, the more meat there has to be.
And he's good with that. He's not
Yep.
he's definitely good with that. Like he sells at the flea market with me.
Yeah, if you're
He-
pricing
he-
like that, your lots are going to fly out. We did over 2,000 in sales in our first month on Shop Commons.
he has like cassette tapes. Like, is that would you
I
even
sold a
use
ton of them
on Shop Commons?
on Commons. Tapes, CDs, DVDs, like media flies off the shelf. Just price it accordingly and it moves. I mean, within 24, 48 hours, every one of my lots of media was gone.
I buy
Some of
cassettes
the-
on there, Leroy.
He just listed. I helped him today. Listed. He had about 100 cell phones,
Yep.
because he just takes he does a unit. He just takes it, puts them in a thing. So we listed like 8 in a lot, because we don't want to, like, you know what I mean. We did like 8, and I think he did it for like $40. They're cracked and broken and stuff.
Yeah, that even that, like if I saw that, me personally, because we don't sell a lot of cell phones, but when we find cell phones in our storage units, we do the same thing. But we sell those on eBay in lots of 8 to 10 phones, and a lot of them in decent shape. But 8 to 10 phones, and we're getting like $25, $30 on eBay. So at $40, there's probably not a lot
Yeah.
there. Like if I had a lot of cell phones, I probably would take them to eBay unless I just wanted them gone.
He put them on eBay. And he was just trying to test the waters. So he put it for $40, cheap shipping. Most of them have cracked screens, but he was just trying to test the waters. So
I'll tell you what it's perfect for. Like we mentioned earlier, the music books, like sheet music. Those they'll sell on eBay all day long for $2 or $3 a book. Every once in a while you get a gem and there's $8, $10, $15 book. But we're not going to sit there and list out. We bought out a music teacher's what do you call a music teacher's estate sale, and we had thousands of music books. There's no way we're going to sort through those. So we bundled them up in whatever would fit in a box, pulled them back out, did a 30-second video, put them up at like 12 to 14 bucks a box, and they fly out of there. There's a lady in there that sells nothing but sheet music, and she buys them all up.
I told him, I said get like a 12 by 12, 18 by 18 size box, and just load. He's like, what can I do? Does it have to be all the same thing? Can I do just
same
like a,
type of thing. Doesn't have to. They don't all have to be cell phones, but if you did like cell phones and pagers and transistor radios, like
but
doing
if
electronics lot, you could do that. You want to have some kind of a grouping though.
so you do want to have some kind of a
Yeah,
grouping?
you don't want to do like a junk drawer lot. Matter of fact, they'd probably just take it down if you put it up
Why?
because they want to make sure they're selling in similar type item lots.
Oh, okay.
So Corey, Eric's got a question for you. He says, I have a question for Corey. When you sell console games, what are the steps to test it if you don't have a console, which I don't like Xbox, PlayStation? Yeah,
Yeah,
Brad got
yeah,
it.
wishing a prayer. I mean,
What I
if I had to, I would probably go out and pick up a cheap game, but we try to keep one game for a lot of the consoles around. Although we don't sell a lot of consoles. We have sold quite a few consoles, but we just unless we find a good console for a bundle, most people are charging too much for them at the garage sales now, and we don't play with them much.
He's actually asking the opposite, I think, Corey. If you have games but you don't have a console to test it on.
Oh, we never test our games. If they look clean and they don't have scratches, we ship them. If they have a few light scratches, we have one of those hand crank disc cleaners, and we use that. That's it. If they don't work, they can return it. We don't worry about those.
You have a
but
hand crank disc cleaner? Are you joking or are you telling the truth? Yeah.
No, I'm
no, that's
telling the
real.
truth.
They're
That thing will
real.
Wow.
wear your butt out.
Haven't even seen one of them, man.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they're
Remember
you
the
can
old
find them
one?
on
You put the
Amazon.
disc in and you
Yeah.
crank that thing for like an hour, and then you have to hit the button to go the other way, and then you crank it the other way.
By an hour, you're like, that's hyperbole for like a minute or what?
No, it's probably about 4 minutes per direction. So you're
Oh,
going
dang.
for a while. Like your arm is tired after one or two.
Yeah. Could you hook a drill up to it and just make
Probably.
it, you know?
If I was gonna do a lot of media, I would just buy one of the electronic ones. It'd be worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. Speaking of media, I want to go back to the previous thing real quick. When you did your CD lots on Commons, kind of what'd you price them at, and what size lot did you do? I
We
got like
did
a bunch of
whatever we had a 12, 12, 12 boxes. So the
uh
12-foot or 12-inch square boxes. And however many CDs or cassette tapes we could fit in them, that's what we put in them.
Okay,
And then I think we priced both of them about the same, about a quarter a piece. That's what we priced them at.
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking I'd be happy if I got a quarter out of them. So
Yep. And they shipped pretty quick. I mean, didn't take long.
cool.
Hey,
You know,
hey Corey, JP is my buddy, I believe, in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he finally decided it's okay for him to say something in the chat.
Hey, thanks for stopping in,
also,
JP.
Any
yes,
friend of Leroy.
thanks for joining us, AJP. Also, Eric, I want to tell you, if you were talking about consoles, I don't test any console that I get. And the reason why is I always sell them for parts or repair. So when I get the console, I make sure that there's enough meat on the bone to when I buy it to make sure there's enough meat on that bone to sell it for parts or repair. That way, if I do happen to have the cords or whatever to plug the sucker up and test it, or a game to test it, and it works, then I know I'm okay. Like I got a, I got a, I got a bundle deal from a guy that was the thing was free, so obviously you're going to pick it up regardless. And it had the camera with it as an Xbox 360. It had that kinetic camera and had a controller, and of course, I had a game with it, and I picked it up for free. And I got it in a barn or a shed, and it was dusty. It was real dusty. So I dusted it off, thinking the whole time it's going to be parts of repair. But I had the cables. I hooked that sucker up, and I played it for an hour, so it worked, and I was able to get more out of it. But like I was saying, for electronics, for me, any electronics, combo units, VCRs, receivers, anything like that, even video game consoles, I always, when I pick them up, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking parts repair, because I don't know if it works or not right there. So that's what I'm
Yeah, we
looking
always
at when I'm
comp.
looking for comps.
We comp based on parts and repair with the electronics. You have to. And I will say, if you're buying Xboxes, like Xboxes have one of the worst mortality rates. I think out of 5 Xboxes we've ever had, one worked.
Hmm.
Like they're as bad as VCRs.
the red ring of death. You know,
Yeah.
the other thing I would suggest, Eric, is speak out into the universe and tell it you need a PlayStation 2, and you're going to find one in the next month.
If I had one, I'd
Right.
just send it to you because we sold all of our video games. We had a whole tote of extra games that weren't worth much on their own. We sold them all in commons.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't keep one back, and I should have.
if you need something for your reselling business, just put that thought out there, and you're going to run into it there pretty quickly, probably
Oh,
eventually.
yeah.
He said that's not him. He said JP is not him. Well, if it's not him, then hey JP.
I was hoping JP was gonna give us some
Scott,
dirt, some Leroy
Well, if
dirt.
you're not a friend of Leroy's, then we're not friends.
Yeah.
No, that's not true, JP. We love you. I don't know who you
I'm
are.
just
You're a
playing.
great person. We appreciate everything.
Scott
you do
says
for
I had
us.
terrible advice. I mean, yeah, ideally you want to test all the consoles, but if you don't have all the cables and stuff to test them, then you can't test them.
You know, I don't know though. It's like if you could flip it without testing it for 50% of the money or 60% of the money, maybe it's worth it just to get it in, get it out. You know, I don't know. I'm still
If
going
I
to
had the ability, I would always test it. If
I-
you have
I-
the
I
ability
would
to.
too.
I get to that too. Like I'll get stuff and I'm like, do I really want to buy this part to make it an extra $5? Or do I want to just let it go the way it is?
Yeah,
like
not for an
the
extra
cord
$5.
or I'm like,
Right.
I just don't have the time.
But we've spent $30 to make an extra $100 on a camera.
That's
Like I'll
different.
do that all day long. So
What'd
I
you do?
will buy the part if I need it.
What'd you do? Buy a lens?
No, we had to buy a battery and a charger for a high-end camera that didn't have one. I was fairly confident it worked, but I really didn't know until you could charge it up, put a battery on it. But it was even with parts, we would have still came out ahead
Well,
after
what
buying
if,
it. So we did it anyway.
yeah, what if you bought like I bought in the charger on eBay for something to try because I had a bunch of one battery
Mhm.
to try the batteries. And then when I was done with it, I just sold it back on for $5 less than what I paid for it, and I sold it away.
Yeah, for those point and shoot cameras, we're starting to get a pretty decent collection of chargers and batteries that stay around. Because if we have one that we need to get a battery for and it'll add a good chunk of price to it, we'll buy a battery and charger for it, a brand new one, and we'll sell that with the camera when it goes out.
Yeah.
But we'll
yeah.
keep the old ones so that we have one next time it comes
Oh,
out.
I see.
Yeah. I gotta maybe you guys can talk me into or out of something. In the death pile in here, I moved things around today, and there's a shelf that's back in the corner that gets a lot of stuff on it. It's been there for a really long time, and I've got it out here now, and I'm looking at a bunch of stuff that I don't want to fool with, and I'm trying to decide, do I want to, like, the reseller in me feels like I need to maximize everything on that shelf, and then the other side of me is thinking I just want to give this stuff away.
Right, Scott?
So what should I do,
Eric-
guys? Give me some advice.
Eric, are you the one that bought the video
What-
games from me? That's cool.
What I would do, Brad, is I would tell one of your buddies online that complains that he wants to sell a certain thing and says, "Oh, I want to sell blender pots, and blender pots are the best." And I would give him all your blender pots you have, and then just watch him throw them away and never list them. And then
Hey, I sold one of them blender parts just the other day. Thank you very much. So
I
they
was
are
in the
getting
store and I saw one blender pot out of 50.
they're getting listed as gradually as we go.
How'd they get listed when you had them all at the flea market this weekend? I saw 'em.
No, I didn't have those at the flea market at all. They're still sitting over here in my other building over here waiting to be listed. I got 2 or 3 parts listed and I sold one of them.
So don't expect anything, Brad. Just give it away and just walk away from it.
Brad, if you were anywhere near where we're at, where the winter's going to hit and you're going to be stuck without sourcing for an extended period of time, I would say keep them and list them. But do you guys have like a garage sale season that just shuts down? Is it summertime for you guys?
It does. Like it's starting to pick. Actually, yard sales are picking back up pretty good, and it'll go for, it'll go until mid late November. So depending on how cold it gets,
See, come
push.
January, well, right now garage sales are basically petering out. There's maybe a week or so left. Like they're going downhill. And then it's gonna be a desert until April here. So
Yeah.
we have to get creative. So we stock up and that kind of stuff. I don't mind it piling up because I know we're gonna be parting out Kirby vacuums before long. We have to.
Yeah. So
That's
about 2 weeks ago, the temps dropped from being like 95 and 400% humidity every day to like 85 and nice. And so yard sales always pick back up through the fall here, and then it kind of starts getting they kind of start dying out mid-November. So
I
Scott's trying
sold
to keep you
4
away
today.
there.
God
Yeah,
said
I
stay
hear
away
you.
from Huntsville.
Cat,
I
I sold 4 today. Numbers weren't 100%, but
I haven't sold anything today.
I try to if I could sell 4 to 5 things, 4 to 6 things a day, and then just the price gets better, I'm happy with that. So
Oh wow, she's right about that.
I've sold probably 40 items this week to the same person in over six different days or so. It's like in the last week
That's
they
always
found
good.
they found our Playmobil stuff and they have been tearing it up.
yeah, Cat, I sell that in like a month.
In a month. You do better than that, Leroy.
Yeah, Leroy's like, so I sold this socket that goes on this socket for $95 today.
But Leroy, you have to understand though, you have to look at how many items she has in her store too. I mean, that's probably I don't know if that's a good day or regular average day for her compared to how many items she has in the store.
She's a
But
new
compared to how
reseller.
many items you have, if you take that same ratio and compare it to your store, it's probably about the same.
Well, she's a new reseller, right? Like, how long has she been reselling?
Yeah, that's really good because she just started like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Who? Cat? Yeah. She just
Yeah.
started 6 months ago. Yeah.
How long has she been selling?
Since the 40s. She's been selling on eBay forever. I want to be Cat someday.
So brand new.
You're gonna have to get up early to beat Cat. She's got.
I just want to get to the point where we can actually have somebody come in and help list and stuff like she's got right now. Like that's ultimately that would be kind of our goal too, but we're so far from that right now.
Well,
Like,
we
found
that grandkids will work all day for like a squishmallow. So
who has grandchildren? You don't have grandchildren.
I do.
We're gonna have 3
4
next
grandchildren.
month.
Oh, you do?
We'll have 3 next month.
What's Scott going on about, man? What do you mean I can't be trusted?
Because you're a Georgia fan, I guess.
Yeah, well, Scott's a Bama fan, and we're gonna find out. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna find out 2 days what the deal is, Scott. We're gonna find out.
We'll put something on it while we're here. While we're here and everybody's watching,
Hey, this isn't whatnot. You can't do illegal gambling on here.
Illegal is such a strong word.
Hey, listen, it could be a box full of stuff. So
all right, wait a minute. Let's do this. Wait a minute, Scott. Here we go. Let's do this right now. We'll do this. So let's go ahead and have Scott on the show next week. Okay. And here's the deal, Scott. If
I want to know what Scott gets out of this.
If Alabama beats Georgia next week, I'll have to wear an Alabama hat through the whole show. If Georgia beats no, it's not, because if Georgia beats Alabama, he's got to wear a Georgia hat through the whole show. And I know that's so lame.
There's no stake there.
I used to do that in kindergarten with the gym teacher.
Yeah,
I don't even know what sport you're betting on right now,
man. I mean,
but if Georgia beats Alabama,
you wouldn't listen. What I was saying is, if you win, then Scott has to send you 12 by 12 box with some stuff in it to resell. And if it could be out of his death pile, and then if he wins, then you have to send him. But don't send junk, because I know Scott will open it up on his show and he'll blast you to pieces.
Yes, he will.
Thank you, Kat. I appreciate that. I think Georgia's going to win too. I think it's going to be a close one, but I think Georgia will come out with it.
So what good is it to beat Alabama if you're just going to get
if
beat?
Georgia wins, Scott has to send you a ring light so you can have some lighting on your
under the hat. Under the hat.
This is better. This is better, Chris. If Georgia loses, you got to shave your beard.
Well, don't do that. That's a real bet there. No.
That's
serious.
Wait a minute. If that's the stipulation, Scott's got to shave his too.
No, but wait. Better yet, you got to trim it. You got to trim it down like really close, like the 1/8 inch, and then you got to like shave out the Alabama A on each side right here.
He'll probably get lynched in his own town.
Oh my gosh. Well, I live in South Carolina now, so I mean they wouldn't care. The Clemson and Georgia games are pretty rough around here. I give them all a hard time.
Bowl haircuts.
Yeah, bowl haircuts with.
Neither one of them has hair, JP.
I was gonna say that isn't gonna work.
Ain't got no hair, so I mean,
they both of them shave their heads. So
I think Scott left the show when we started talking about what to do if your team loses or my team loses, huh?
Well, it's understandable.
Yeah. I don't know about the beard thing, man. I mean golly.
Sports talk will do that.
Yeah.
Well, he's the one that brought it up. Man, I guess somebody wanting to buy a charger from me, but they're wanting it like way below asking price.
How many of them do you have?
One?
Just one? Okay. So what do you guys do? During the winter, Corey? You just build up your death pile while you can, and
well, we build up really well all summer long, and then for the most part, we switch over to marketplace and some thrifting, and we do usually buy at least 1 or 2 storage units during the winter, and then between that and our death pile, we still have crap left at the end. Like that's one thing we've never really hurt for is stuff to sell. There's always stuff to find. It just is a little slower in the wintertime. It's definitely a challenge, more challenging.
Yeah. Well, if it gets slow, I've got 100,000 pieces of Playmobil. I could send you some.
Might be the only Playmobil in South Dakota. I never see this stuff. I've looked for it after talking to you the first time. I was like, Brad sells Playmobil. I didn't even know that had a market. So we look for it. We just don't see it very often.
Yeah. I think it's somebody else asked me about it. And it's one of those things where like you can sell some sets and make pretty good money just off of a single set. We've sold a couple pieces that were pretty big this week, but the thing we're willing to do, I think a lot of people wouldn't want to fool with, is just parting things out and doing all that. But on the flip side of that is, selling single characters. We've sold, I'm not even kidding, we've sold 40 to 50 pieces to one person.
Yeah.
This week, they've come back. They bought like 11 at one time, 14 another time.
That's kind of the way we were with Littlest Pet Shop. I mean, some of those are really decent, like single figures you could sell for $40-$50 sometimes, and some of them are $3 or $4. But we've sold literally hundreds and hundreds of them now. Like the Ertl Farm play sets with all the little cows and the fences and the barns and stuff. We find those quite often, and if you're willing to set them up, even if they're not complete, like people will buy those pretty quick. They don't last very long.
Yeah.
But I hate setting them up. Teresa sets them up.
Yeah. Tanya was looking at our numbers today. She was digging into the analytics, and I can't remember how many different seller or buyers we sold Playmobil to, but I do remember the repeat buyers was 16. So and some of those people are coming back week after week after week.
16%?
No, 16 people, 16 separate repeat buyers that are just in. That's just in our Playmobil, just Playmobil.
How do you know that in your analytics?
There's a space. Let me see if I can find that page. I can't even remember where it's at, but there's in your eBay hub. It might be under performance. It might be under sales. Let me look and see. It'll show you which categories you sold in the most, your top categories. And I think you can even make it more. Let's see. Well, I can see the sales.
I think ours is still sports cards, which that's great. But when that one dies, I'm going to hate it because we only sell the boxes of 88, like Bo Jackson rookie year cards. That's the only thing we have. We got a warehouse of them, but we're getting down there. When those go away, I know how to talk today.
Yeah,
that's gonna stink.
So it's under buyer, it's under perform. And if you go to Seller Hub, it's under performance, and probably about the 4th or 5th box down is buyer insights, and it'll give you how many total buyers you had, and it'll break it down by one-time buyers and repeat buyers.
Which one is it? Traffic.
So go to performance, and I think it was sales. I clicked on sales, performance, sales, and then you'll see buyer insights. It's the 3rd box down, I think.
Hold on, performance, sales, and then
once you click on sales,
buyer insights.
Yeah.
So mine says 72 total buyers. Repeat buyers 4. One-time buyers 68.
Yep.
What else should I look at? I'm still above 50. I'm still above 50, and I sold 80 items. I mean, almost 80.
Yeah, if you go down a little further, you can see your sales by category. And
what's my top category?
Tools.
You don't want to know my top category. Hold on now. Oh, that's why.
Scott's getting bonanza sales.
There you go. We've been done pretty good on bonanza lately.
Todd, not Todd. Brad, how do you know which one is your best percentage?
Yeah, it shows. Let me go back over there.
Mine is custom electronics.
So our top category is toys and hobbies, preschool toys, and pretend Playmobil.
It doesn't say tools on here at all.
Well, you probably have it sorted for. Look at the time frame you have sorted on the top. You might just be looking at the last 30 days.
No, yeah. I've only had my store open for 30 days.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You rebooted your store.
Cat says prosthetics is his top category.
It is now. It is now. I got another batch today.
See, that thing I was talking about earlier about sourcing opportunities. There are so many pissed off people in Walmart going, "Where's my dang leg?"
You see Leroy running out. Oh God.
All right, so Brad, what was it you were saying earlier, show?
I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, jeez, man.
Do you really want me to say it?
Hey, Corey.
All right, I'll say it. Go ahead, Leroy. Good interruption.
Well, he told him no an hour ago, right? Why does he think it's gonna change? I don't get it. He's
a reseller. It's negotiation time.
Yeah. It's not a big deal. It was just all right. So here it is. So we had Josh from Two Old Guys Reselling podcast on last week, right? So, like, I set that up.
No. I know where you're going.
Now I got to tell it.
No. I don't. I mean, I don't. All right. So we got. Okay.
I'll share it backstage.
No. Okay, but I mean, you can say what you want to say, but Josh has to know.
If you join the paid membership, he'll share it.
Yeah. Hey, This is that opportunity. What's that? What Shane told us. If you super chat, if we can get super chats up to $25, I'll drop it right here.
Oh no,
Chris's
Brad.
OnlyFans.
And Chris won't worry about it at all if he got $25 in super chats.
Man, no, I don't know, man.
And me and Leroy and Corey still wouldn't see a dime of that money.
Now you see, now here's the thing. Why you want to embarrass me like that though?
I just thought it was
That's
funny.
kind of
If I
it
had
is
done-
kind of funny to you guys because you know the truth, and I didn't know.
If I had said that, my family would be busting my balls. They'd be sharing that to
Yeah,
everybody they know because
yeah,
they think it's funny.
yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
my
Well,
wife
I
and my
will
son
be
have
there.
been picking
I
on me
was
all
there.
week.
What did he say? What did he say,
No.
Brad?
No.
He said no.
It wasn't bad, Chris.
Where's
Well,
that?
you done told
Well,
everybody you can't tell.
I'll share it back.
people
to
have
you.
spoken. I didn't see any super chats come through.
I know,
Yes,
right?
There's Corey. We're gonna pull Shane.
Hey.
Shane, if you
I'm
watch
not-
Shane's live is so funny.
I'm not sharing it. I'm not sharing it for free.
Yeah, right. If you want to see something funny and embarrass Chris, there you go.
I should have held out and made Chris super chat his own show to pay me to say
To
it.
not say it?
To say it, and then when he heard what I was gonna say, begged me not to say it. I could ask for another super chat to make him pay me.
Well, you go over to Grams and Pops and leave a super sticker over there, and I'll get it out of them and put it in the next episode.
I want to know how I get on the door. I want to get on the door.
On the door.
How to get on the what?
The
My
sticker
door? All you got to do is send me a sticker.
Yeah, send him a sticker. I sent him stickers today.
Expensive.
No. Just I'll tell you what. Just write Leroy on a piece of paper, and I'll tape it up. Like I ain't picky.
I got
I'll
stickers.
put you up there.
I got stickers.
Send me one.
I got
Brad,
stickers.
I'm really
What
excited.
are you trying to get me to buy?
Oh,
one?
no,
Oh, okay. Chris, Chris,
no.
she did it. She did it. So now I have to.
And she needs that money for generator maintenance. So
Yes.
now you have
I
to.
know you're taking food out of her mouth.
Dude, she is down there fighting for her life.
I
She
know it,
did
man.
that. All right. So here it is. Here it is.
Oh,
Hey, you can go hide somewhere, Chris. It's just so we had
Oh,
Josh.
thank you, Kat.
Hey, we need to put a light on because we want to see you turn red.
And I don't even know if I can. I don't even know if I can share it as funnily as Chris said it. If that funnily is even a word. But all right. So here's the thing. I had invited Josh from Two Old Guys Reselling. He's going to go in the dark. That's funny. I invited Josh from Two Old Guys Reselling podcast on last week. So Chris is not familiar with their show. He doesn't know their show, right? And so after the show, or I guess maybe was it the next day? I think it was the next day. Chris called me and we were talking, and he was like, "No, what's
Hey, wait,
what's
time out.
Okay, all right.
No, wait a minute, for real, time out. So,
Okay.
Josh, if you're watching this, please, you got to understand. I just did not know, man, and so, please forgive me. Right, go ahead, Brad.
So apparently, there's a show with a couple of gay guys called the Two Old Guys Podcast or something like that Chris listens
Old
to.
bears.
And I don't know, but he was thinking that that's what that was at first. And he said, but as we were talking to Josh, I was thinking, I don't think that's that show, And I was like, no, they're the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast. So if I don't know what that is, but it was funny. Chris, I just see Chris on his end. He's like thinking the whole time, is this sad? I think this might be that show.
Is he hitting on me?
But to Chris's credit, that wasn't a problem with Chris. Chris conducted the whole show and was just a sweetheart the whole time.
There you go.
Right?
Yes, Kat, you are.
And I was
Poor
going
Josh.
to save that. I was going to save that to tell it to Caleb and I was going to tell it to Caleb and Josh when we go on their show. So
Oh no.
I know Josh will get a kick out of that, so that's
Yeah.
funny.
Oh no, man! I honestly, I didn't know. I just, I knew there was another show called Two Old Guys, and I knew them guys were gay, but I never seen them. And then never mind. I'm just going to shut
Well, I've
up.
met Josh's wife, so if that's his cover wife, they play the role well. Like,
Well,
and
Brad's
and
comment.
Josh is super friendly, but he's not that kind of friendly. he's a super nice guy.
Brad's comment to me was that nah, I don't think so, because that'd be kind of awkward with him being a pastor. I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
I can hear Caleb going, no, we are not together. We're just really good friends. That's it.
There's one thrifty mom. Thanks for joining us.
Hey.
I watched their show today. I didn't know Caleb was as young as he is. I knew he was younger than me, but I didn't realize he was as young as he is. Like,
How old is Caleb?
I think he said he was born in 88.
88?
Yeah, he's an 80s kid.
You're kidding me. You're telling me that dude is...
It's 80 something. I think he said 88. Because I was born in 76 and I was like, holy crap. Like,
Oh, you're
well,
a
maybe
baby.
it's not. Maybe it's 80. Maybe it's 82. Maybe
You're a
he's not.
baby.
He's like 6 or 7 years younger than me. But still, I wouldn't have guessed it.
Yeah, I was born in 74.
See, now I feel good. Except you look younger than me.
When in 74?
January.
Oh, you're old.
I'll tell you how
There,
cruel
Graham's got it. He said 83.
Here's how cruel the universe is. Okay. I was born January 23rd, 1974. The Dolphins won their last Super Bowl the week I was born. I never, they haven't won a Super Bowl in my lifetime.
Was that a Marino Super Bowl?
No, it was Bob Greasy.
I only know that name because of Pet Detective.
Yeah, that was the undefeated. Actually, that wasn't the undefeated team. That was the team after the undefeated team. So they won it like 5 or 6 days before I was born, I think. So
far, Scott's the dinosaur.
Why did Brad sound like Hank from King of the Hill? Because, Bobby, that's what Caleb
I
sounds
knew
like.
that was coming.
I think we just got booted off of Facebook.
Yeah?
Yeah,
For what? The other thing?
I
That'd
think
be
so.
crazy.
What my message
Nobody's making fun of anything or anything like that. That'd be
right. But
weird.
you see that? You see that? My messages won't go through.
They
No, I don't see anything.
They took one of our episode posts down on Facebook for our podcast for violating the clickbait policy. Our name is Reseller Clickbait Podcast, and we're the only ones that don't clickbait. Literally, they're the only ones that never use clickbait, and they took us down for being clickbait.
Actually, it was probably because my Hank Hill was so good. They copyrighted it. Was that you, Chris?
Yes.
There you go.
Thank God. That's my first
Was it a
sale of
bowling
the day. No, that was it was a rigid dual port charger, Rapid
Katie
Max
said
twin charger.
I just sold that charger. It's the double battery one, right?
Yeah. What'd you sell it for?
I don't remember. I have to look. I had 2 of them. We had a whole rigid set. We split up and sold. I sold 2 of those chargers, and I sold the flashlights and the impact drills.
I like splitting up those sets. I like selling those sets with no batteries. They won't sell.
We never sell them with the batteries.
Huh?
We never sell them with the batteries because people always complain, well, I got it, but the battery doesn't last very long. Well, okay. Now you ain't getting batteries.
I got it at the free place I get my stuff. So I had it for $40, I think, and I accepted $32.50 plus shipping on it. So the buyer's all in for $45.
That's pretty close to what we sold them to. I'm pretty sure it was right there.
Katie said she's the baby in the chat.
Who does?
Who?
Katie.
Katie's the baby.
Katie, yeah.
Well, I'm young at heart.
So who's the oldest? Scott's the oldest, it looks like.
Yeah, Scott's the oldest.
I'm wearing my occasional adult shirt today.
Tell me if it's tell me if this is you guys. Like in my brain and everything, I still feel like I'm like 26 or 27.
12.
Other
12.
than young people annoying me,
Well,
you know.
Put
I
in the
am
chat what you
right up,
feel. To put in
right
the
up to
chat
the point.
mentally. In the chat mentally, you think your age is.
Yeah, right up to the point where I have to lift a heavy box of encyclopedias. Then I'm 89.
That physically, that's
I
physical.
didn't say physically. I just talking about in my brain, like
Mentally. Mentally, I'm
Yeah.
12.
I think I'm still like 25 or so, 26,
Yeah,
25.
I'm still a 14-year-old boy.
12, yeah,
Well,
12.
Jokes are still fun.
There are many times I do go junior high many times, and I can go middle school real quick. So
Yeah,
you know.
I'm still looking for someone to kiss.
Wait, silver hair is probably the oldest.
Well, he's got silver hair.
Bud said
Silver
mentally
hair.
she feels like she's 21. Yeah, I
Oh, he
believe
says
that.
he has underwear older than Scott.
Mm. You should put it on eBay. It'll probably sell for a really good price.
Probably will.
Might hit the antique category. You passed vintage. You got
That's
the good
one of my
stuff.
greatest. That's one of my greatest sales of all time. I found some Brute underwear. I didn't even know Brute made underwear, but it was
We
new in
sold
package.
Calvin Klein's and Ralph Lauren, and both of those sold pretty good.
Oh,
Picked them
Wow.
up.
Ping says she's 76. And Ping, I'm going to say, I seen you on Scott's show. You don't look nowhere near 76.
No.
Oh
Hey,
wow!
wow.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that.
Would have
I hope I'm still
never
going.
guessed. Never.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, it is.
Cat's 21. Is that just so you can drink, Cat?
And Ping, you should know better than to be watching stuff like this.
Would you say, Corey?
I said, then Ping's old enough to know better than to watch stuff like this.
Yeah,
Right,
I know. But I love that she does. That's the kind of people I want to hang out with right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to have Ping on the show. I watched her on Todd's show the other day.
Mhm.
I got to get in touch with her on Facebook.
Lisa feels 28.
Yeah, Lisa says she's 28.
28's a good age.
Yeah,
Now,
You know,
now
it
physically,
was a bad year for me. It was a bad year for me.
what'd you do when you were 28?
28 was the downfall of everything for me.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, it's all uphill from there.
Tell us about the worst thing that's ever happened to you, Chris. Don't do it. Don't do
Not
it.
if
worst
there's still
thing
an
that's
open
ever
case.
happened
For
to me?
$25, for $25 in the super chat, Chris will tell you everything bad that happened to him at 28.
I will bring up mugshots.
3 Mom says, how's the weather there? Our golf
We
tournament
heard
got
Shane
rained
said
out
you
a
guys
few
got
months.
soaked.
Yeah, you got soaked.
I hope the charity did well.
We're flooding up here. It's I had to swim to the door. No, I will not tell. Do not send $25. Don't tempt that, Brad, because I will not. I mean, I don't even know what I'm trying to think of what's the worst thing to happen to me.
No, I was just joking. That's a line I heard on a television show, and it stuck with me. So I only said it because it's a joke for me. So
Yeah.
I don't want you bearing your soul on here, Chris, unless you want to.
Well, I'm trying to think what's the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
I don't know. You were pretty convicted about 28 being the worst year of your
Well,
life.
yeah. I mean, something happened when I was 28 that oh my God.
If you say you got married, you're in deep trouble.
It was just $2, Chris. He didn't go 28.
Yeah, but he
wants you
says
to
pretend this is 25.
Only
man.
share it if you want to, Chris. And remember, you can never take it back if you do.
I know. That's the problem. Todd, you
He
shouldn't
said
have
he
done
won't
that.
bear it
Maybe-
all,
maybe
but
I'll
for
tell you on
another
a different-
$5, he'll take his shirt off.
No. Golly, y'all.
We could get you in trouble on here, Chris.
I know it. Yeah.
I said you
You can't-
need better friends.
But you can't just drop things like that and then and get no comment. That's not how
Well,
that
you
works.
know what? I don't care, man. I don't care because
Oh, no.
I
You do it,
mean,
Chris.
me and Corey's talked. Wait a minute. So me and Corey's talked about being real. I mean, so I ain't always been a saint. I ain't always been saved. I ain't always been to join a church, and I ain't always done none of that. But there was a time in my life that I've done some things that I'm not very proud of, and I did live in a gated community at one time.
Like the fancy places? Like
Yeah,
with an HOA?
Hey, I mean,
yeah,
nobody's going to judge you for that, Chris.
okay.
So you were dating men.
No, Leroy, that's not. I didn't
Was it
say
Diddy's
gay
house?
community. I said a gated community. Crazy.
That's how he knows that podcast.
No.
Old roomy.
Oh man. No.
A gated community.
Yes, that's what I
Well,
call it. That's the.
What do they call that? A hot in a cot?
I too have lived on a farm before.
Yeah.
We have fences and gates everywhere.
Yeah. Man, I appreciate the cat. I can't believe you did that though. I mean, oh, that was
I
silver
can,
hair.
and I appreciate it. Thank you, Kat.
I hope it was worth it, Kat. I mean, it
It
wasn't
was
that
worth
great.
it for me.
Yeah. Oh, it was
I
worth
don't
it for
get
you.
anything out of it.
Hey, that'll help pay for another month of StreamYard, Chris.
I've already got Josh's
Yeah,
phone
that
number up
definitely
on my
helped pay
phone,
for
just
that, man.
waiting.
Can you believe that? Can you? Hey, look, StreamYard, Cat. I don't know if you noticed or not, but StreamYard is going up to $44 for the $25 package that you normally get per month. It's going up to $44 next month.
Oh, I'm dropping mine then.
Sure is. We're gonna be back to this right here. Look, she says, hey, she's as long as it's working for. We're gonna be back to this. Look, we're gonna be back to this right here. Hold on, man. Oh, wait. We're gonna be back to that.
Yeah.
There won't be nothing back there. I don't know what I've done. What did I do?
Yeah, I got the email that said they were going up in price.
Yeah, they are.
You guys have StreamYard, Corey? Or you
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
oh yeah, you do the podcast.
We do.
Right.
I was just telling somebody else this. We're not monetized on our channel, but we're at the point where we can get super chats and stuff. So we do our holiday live tours, and we usually get just enough super chats and stuff during those 4 or 5 lives that pays for the StreamYard for the year. We don't make anything off of them, but at least it takes care of StreamYard.
After Google takes their 70%.
Yep. 60 or whatever it is, yeah.
Cat, what is it? Is it 30%?
Oh, YouTube, it's 30%. I think. Yeah, it's 30%. Something like that. It's pretty high.
Do I gotta be a member? Why can't I see the super chat button on your show? What did I do wrong?
He's not going to help you find it, Leroy.
You don't want your money.
You go to comments, it'll be in the starred section in the comments, Leroy.
In the what?
The starred section.
Now he's going to help you find it. I wasn't expecting
30%.
that. That's a turn.
Yeah, Cat says 30. 30%. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. Look, I know that first time that we unlocked it and we got $2 super chats. So that's $4. Out of those $4, we got $2.90.
Yeah, but you can't even get a check until you get $100.
So you get $100. You're absolutely right.
So you're still working on that first check, Chris?
Yeah, still working on that first. 2
Well,
months
you're closer
later, we
now.
still working on that first check.
It's a savings account you'll never see.
You're $27 closer than that. You're welcome.
All right. Yeah.
Now, do they do even numbers, Cat, or do they do like if your bill is $2,233, or do they do even numbers?
PG said on her screen it's a box with a $sign in the middle. It's gone now. Did you turn it off?
No, I didn't turn it off.
I can't find it on mine.
Oh, hey, Google might have defunded you as well.
YouTube said it's not us, it's you.
They said you can't be talking about that stuff.
Hold on 1 second.
All this hate speech against Josh. You wouldn't got
All right,
yourself
so
defunded.
on the computer, it's still there. It says show your support
Yeah.
for Buck Mountain Barn. It's got the little box out beside, so I see it on my computer. I see
Yeah,
it.
Ping said it goes away when you start typing. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't see it.
I was
Huh.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know,
you
bro.
gotta it I don't know. You don't even see I don't even see the chat box on yours, Leroy.
I just showed you the chat, but to write it.
Maybe
yeah.
they saw your eBay payout and they know you ain't got no money.
Yeah.
They just took it away. They're protecting you.
Hey, hey,
Golly, Cat, thank you.
all right. Well,
She tested it.
since she did it, we gotta hit the thing here. Just a
Oh
second.
wait, I got
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, that didn't work out.
Welcome to the barn.
I didn't hear nothing, Brad.
You didn't hear it? Y'all heard
No.
it, didn't you?
It was really faint.
Oh, y'all
No,
didn't hear it?
there's
Oh,
nobody
good.
here.
Let me get it
Maybe
right
I'm
up in
not.
there then. Here we go. Here we go.
Maybe that's what it is.
You broke it. There's nothing there.
If you can hear me, you should be able to hear that. It's really loud here.
Didn't hear
Didn't
nothing.
hear nothing.
The Giants are winning 3-0.
That's so odd. Huh. I can't believe you can't hear that.
Well, you just make the sound.
Chris,
We heard
like,
that one.
I had something.
you're like a pig, boy.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Hold on, be right back. So, how's the reselling going? This is a reselling show. We should probably talk about reselling.
There ain't no reason to start now.
I know, right? I'm just hanging out with my reseller friends.
It's a team.
I just don't know
YouTube
why
show.
I don't know what's
Nice.
wrong with my phone.
Never mind, I can't find it now.
I'll see if I can see it on mine, Leroy. I don't think I've ever looked
I
at it.
think-
No,
I think she's right. I think it's because I don't have
You're not
you don't see
signed
the
in, buddy.
chat box.
signed in.
Oh, yeah, that
Oh, yeah.
would matter.
Well,
That
how
would
do I
be
sign
Definitely
in?
do.
emu.
Oh, I do know I gotta get my watch hours back up. I do know that.
Yeah,
I got
it's there for us.
back in. My watch hours starting to drop.
I looked
Rest
I
of the
looked at
morning.
mine. It's disgusting. My YouTube analytics. Oh my goodness! I want to throw up.
When's
We
the
have a
last
video that's
time you
taken
made a
off
video,
lately.
though, Leroy?
Huh?
When's the last time you made a video?
Tomorrow.
Oh.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Look, Kat says she's always right, Leroy.
I disagree.
Chris, you're over 800 subscribers. You're
Huh?
up there.
Man, you know what? I wish now I hadn't have sold that thing because this person's like blowing me up in messages, thanking me and double checking and make sure the show is all paid on my good. Thank you, did me well, very great. I mean, I got 100 messages and just, I mean, usually when you start getting eat up with messages, that's a bad sign, I think.
Yeah, those satisfied customers, damn them.
What?
Chris, you got 800 subscribers, Chris. You almost at 1,000.
Dude, this is one thing. This is one thing about having a ton of repeat customers. We know a lot about our customers. Several of them,
Yeah.
you know. We know the one lady who's had she's had hip surgery, and then we know the other lady all about her grandchildren and what they do up in Massachusetts and
That's a good thing.
Massachusetts.
Don't cut up Massachusetts.
Hey, real quick, I do want to say this. I do want to say this. I want to say if there's anybody watching this that has never seen Captain Nurse Flipper's channel or never seen her Tuesday night shows, please go check her out.
Who's
And
she?
She's your
I'm
best
looking her
friend.
up right now.
Huh?
Yeah, you look at her up right now. Yeah, you guys should go check her out. She's got a really good show on Tuesday night. I think it's just called Nurse Flipper's Podcast, ain't it? What's that show called, Leroy?
It's called.
Is it called Nurse Flipper's Podcast?
It's the Reseller Podcast Live, but her channel's the Nurse Flipper.
Yeah, it's just on her normal channel.
Yeah, it's on one channel. So if you guys are new and just watching this, go check her out, please. She's a very nice lady, and we all love her to death. We like aggravating her.
So
And yes, you did. You did pay for advertising tonight, and she says she needs a dolphin. Brad, give her a dolphin.
The greatest dolphin of all time, Mr. Dan Marino.
There you go. There's your dolphin.
Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. There you go.
Clip that.
That's awesome. Oh man.
You won't get a lot of people, but you'll get good people over there.
What's that, Corey?
I said you won't send her a lot of people, but you'll send her good people.
Yeah. You're right about that. But hey, guys, she's got a co-host. His name's Rod. He used to be a wrestler.
Not anymore. He lost his power.
Ace Venture. Dude, I remember that movie. Wasn't it all about the kicker? It was the kicker that was doing everything, right?
Ace Ventura.
Yeah. It was all about the kicker. Yep. I remember that.
I just remember.
Was it Finkel?
Yeah, Ray Finkel.
Yeah.
I just remember the scene where they find out that the cop was the guy, and then they're all like,
"It's $25, Scott. You know the game."
Yeah. Yeah, guys, video picker, and also I'll go ahead and talk about this guy right here. Where'd he go? Hold on, right here, guys. This guy right here, he has his own show every Friday morning. Also, I think it's on Friday mornings. Ain't it on Friday mornings? Silver hair, Todd. Don't you have a show on Friday mornings? We all met you when you were on your panel, Chris, on her panel. Oh, so all my viewers come from Cat's show. Well, hey, thank you, Cat, for letting me have you on your show.
That's where ours come from.
Cat is now 6 pence, none the richer.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
You know that I used to do a morning show for 2 years?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Whose show was you on? Was it your show or somebody else's?
It was me and somebody else. We used to switch channels.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Every morning from 6 a.m. until 10.
Every morning?
Monday through Friday it started. Then, of course, then it would window down to 4 days, and it windowed down to 3 days, and it windowed down to no days.
Wow. That's a commitment to go every day.
He says, yeah, I have a show tomorrow morning. I want everyone to be there except Leroy. Oh, Cat, pay me. Look,
well, I got to go find this channel.
No, I'm going to have to show up Tuesday night and endorse her also.
She doesn't take EBTs.
Todd, look, it don't take much to crush my show, man. It really don't. I mean,
I think Corey, you said Chris is up to what, 800 something subscribers?
Yeah,
809. I lost one yesterday.
Brad, how many subscribers
I see 810, huh?
How many subscribers do you have?
I don't even have videos, but I think I got 7 subscribers.
Nice.
That's cool.
I had over 100 before I put out a video.
Did you?
Yeah,
wow. I've never posted a single video, so there you go.
So yeah, I'm gonna advertise this. I'm gonna advertise this one more time while we're here. Our original guest on the show, her name is Southern Treasures. She goes by, her name's Mac, but she goes by Southern Treasures. She has a TikTok, but she does have a YouTube channel with I think she's got 11, 12 subscribers on it with couple of shorts or whatever from TikTok. So she just started her YouTube channel. So I think it would be cool for everybody to go over there and give her a follow on YouTube or even on TikTok if you know her.
Yeah, she's got a pretty good following on TikTok, I think.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Super sweet gal. She called in our little test thing yesterday to make sure she could go live. She said, "Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes,
sir." And that sweet little, Southern accent. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm like,
we were
what I
sirs.
look like, an old man? And then I remember I am an old man. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. We're old. She's calling us sirs, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys got to go check her out. And she's got some videos on there. It's really, really cool videos, especially some self-help videos. One of hers inspired me today. I watched one on YouTube for her, a little short about how to pack a bowling ball. And lo and behold, I went to a thrift store and I found a bowling ball. Guess what Chris did? Chris bought a bowling ball. Now he knows how to pack them.
That's not self-help. That's just help.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Chris is going to help himself by making a box now.
But we are going to reschedule her. She couldn't be on because of the weather. The power was flickering off and on, and she had some stuff to get together. And that was in South Georgia, I believe, right, Brad? South Georgia is where she was at, somewhere around there.
Yes. Yeah.
So she was getting part of the bad stuff coming in, and that was before the thing even hit, and they was already losing power and stuff. So, So we're going to try and schedule her again, maybe next week or the week after.
I've never picked up a bowling ball. Speaking of bowling balls,
really?
I'm mostly because I did. How do you size? How would you size the holes to sell those properly? I
That's
don't know
what I was
how
gonna
you.
say. My son-in-law bowled, like a really good bowler. He used to play all the time, and we've asked him about it, and he said like any good bowler would never buy a pre-drilled ball, but I suppose you could plug them and re-drill them. I don't know enough about it, but just from his advice, we've pretty much stayed away from them.
Yeah.
Well, I would think when you sell it, wouldn't you measure from the center of the thumb hole to the other two holes? Put your tape measure on there and measure that distance there.
No idea.
My question is there's a number on that ball too? Like mine's got EE801101 on it, and then you look
if that's
up
just the model of the ball, and then they've drilled it to a certain size. I don't know. I'm guessing.
I'm interested to know if there's anyone out there that handles. Golly, JP, if there's anyone out there that handles bowling balls. That sells bowling balls. I'm interested if there's anyone out there that sells bowling balls and knows what to look for, what those numbers mean, and how you do the measurements. If you do the measurements for the holes that's already drilled.
Hey, Brad,
some information on.
I don't know if you'd be willing. I know somebody who has a vintage with the case Miami Dolphins bowling ball.
Oh, really?
Wow. Yes.
Wow. That'd be Brad. That'd be a nice piece to just sit up in one of them shadow boxes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're going to be a little costly.
There you go. Silver hair.
I'll check for you.
Plug and re-drill.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, cool. So you can plug and re-drill? Oh, never mind. That was silver hair. Todd. Oh, sweet Todd.
Let's see. Ping says when she bought her bowling ball, she had the alley drill the holes.
Right. Yeah, because it didn't have them.
Right. It didn't have them. I'm talking about ones that's already got the holes in them.
Yeah. Just sell it as a 12-pound pretty marble.
It's a
12-pound marble.
If somebody so that'd be my only like quantity. If somebody buys it, they know what they're getting or possibly getting. So, but with the whole return thing is just like, I would think of the things you wouldn't want to return on. A bowling ball might be one of them, but I don't know.
She said you just plug and re-drill. So I guess if somebody if somebody buys a bowling ball, a high-dollar bowling ball, they really want it bad enough, they'll pay to have it plugged and re-drilled, I reckon then. Let's see. Hold on, man. Here we go. My son bought one when he was 9 years old. Bought on eBay. He loved the colors. Nice.
See, we got that younger generation hitting eBay.
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go.
It's working.
It's working.
Do you
It's
still-
Brad, who's winning?
It's going to commercial right now.
Oh,
I don't really care with this game.
oh, really? At this point, yeah. Tammy asked me before I come out here. She said, who's playing tonight? I said, Dallas and the Giants. She says, I don't feel like watching Dallas lose another game. Oh, that's Todd's team, ain't it? Ain't Dallas Cowboys Todd's team?
They're interviewing Brian Daboll. He's lost a ton of weight. The coach of the Giants.
Yeah.
He's looking way slimmer. I almost didn't recognize him.
Dallas
How about
7-3. Cat, I can't believe you still got power. That's
What
great.
time?
She's
what
got a
time
generator.
What time is Silver here on tomorrow?
I think at 9 a.m. I think.
I
Or is
don't
it 8
know,
a.m.?
but he's already up 2 hours past his bedtime. He better get to bed.
I might not be able to work tomorrow because they say that it's supposed to be windy and stuff in my workhouse tomorrow.
Yeah, Leroy R
Well,
is
you'll be
supposed to get up
inside,
about
won't
70
you?
miles an hour.
I need to get a wireless printer so I can print my labels from home.
They ain't that wireless. They're Bluetooth.
Yeah,
They don't reach
that's
that
fine.
far.
Hey, look, you say that. Facebook Marketplace. I got this and probably $100 of poly mailers for $60. Joe did. $100.
I knew I was going to draw some kind of response from you, Todd, when I did the bedtime joke.
Brad
Sorry
is low,
about that.
so low.
I'm sorry, Todd.
So, Todd, did you ever tell everybody what time your show is tomorrow morning? I think it's at 8. I think, or 9. I mean, I think.
So, Kat, do you have like Starlink internet? Can you still work tomorrow, or if you lose?
I think during the show, she was on her phone internet, so I imagine that would still work.
I guess if you list on your phone, yeah. How about that?
I think she still has she still has AOL.
8 a.m.
I like
Central
that.
Time. Yeah. So Todd's on
Normal
at 8
time.
Todd's on at 8 a.m. Leroy Central Time. So that would be 9 a.m. our time. That's why I keep thinking 9. Yeah. That'd be Corey, you're in Central Time too, ain't you?
Yep.
All right, hey, okay, all right, Corey, I got a question.
I'm
for
not
you.
getting up at 8 a.m. though. I'll
How
watch the
close-
replay.
How
He
close
does have Starlink.
to how close are you to is it Lake Madison?
That's where we live.
You got a lake out there named Lake Madison?
Yeah, it's right next. It's like 2 miles from my house.
Lake Herman State Park.
Yep.
Is that like
That's where we live.
Okay, so that's close to you, Lake Herman State Park?
Yeah.
Is it on the lake or not on the lake?
No, we're out in the country about 2 miles from Lake Madison, about 4 miles from Herman.
Is it a nice campground?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Did it have sites on the water?
Yep.
Okay. I'm asking for a reason. I might take a trip up there. I was looking at
Yeah,
that.
either one of those campgrounds, they're both state campgrounds and they both have good spots. Yep.
Okay. I don't know if I want to hook the camper up and come up there, because I certainly don't want to come up there here in the next month, another month or two, because I'll freeze to death in a tent. You know,
You will.
I might want to wait till the summertime if I want to do that.
Yeah, we could about throw a rock at you if you were over at Herman there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you'd be really close.
What in the world?
I don't know where he went.
You okay, Chris?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
okay.
I just got.
I'm okay.
I kind of scary a little bit. Get scary a little bit. The wind's
Yeah,
blowing
ghost?
pretty bad, and the rain is it's making funny noises in my AC unit over here, and it's making me sound like somebody's walking around back there when I ought to know better. You know, that's the only
That's
door.
Sasquatch, where you're at, Sasquatch.
Yeah.
It might be time to shut her down and go seek shelter, Chris.
I didn't realize it
No,
was.
I don't want to go nowhere.
I didn't realize you've been gone.
He's
I've
been
been
gone.
gone.
I didn't realize it was 9 o'clock. You're right. You're
It's
right.
lunchtime.
I gotta
It's
get my
what?
bowl of cereal for supper tonight.
Right. Tammy made homemade chicken noodle soup.
Oh,
Where's mine?
we had hoo-ha for lunch, and we're both stuffed, so we said we just have cereal tonight.
Hoo-ha. What's hoo-ha?
Hey, Brad.
Hoo-ha, it's like a Mongolian stir-fry grill where they just cook it right in front of you.
Cheese and pickle sandwich.
Yeah, not good.
I could
Wait
do
a
it.
minute. Hoo-ha. Wait a minute.
I could do it.
I need to hear what a hoo-ha
You can
is.
do it.
Hey, I can give you my definition of a hoo-ha. It's a little different than Corey's.
That's a hot hoo-hoo. That's
Oh,
different. Two different places to eat. One's better than the other.
I guess we'll get out of here then. Jeez, man. Golly. I guess the later we get, the dumber we get or something. I don't know.
No, we started there.
The more crazy stuff comes out.
yeah. Hey, thanks everybody for stopping by tonight. Enjoyed
Yes.
hanging out.
Yeah, we sure do appreciate everyone. Mongolian grill. Okay, I know what she's talking about now. Okay, I got you. All right. So we appreciate everyone. Kat, Scott, Ping, Todd, and everyone else, Katie, Marsha, everyone, JP, all you guys, everybody that came out, Lisa, everybody. I know I missed some names.
Yeah.
I greatly appreciate y'all. We thank you so much for coming by and wasting time watching us.
Y'all tell your mama and them we said hey.
Yeah, yeah. But we appreciate Corey. Do you got anything? Last words?
No, it was a fun show, guys. Appreciate you having me on again.
Leroy.
Yes. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi.
All right, Brad.
I'm not done.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. What are you doing, Leroy?
What?
All right, Brad. You got anything you want to
I'm
say?
not done.
No, I'm good. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Enjoyed
Bye, Pete.
Thursday evening with you.
We will see everyone later. Thank you again, everybody. Thank you for the supers, and we greatly appreciate y'all. Leroy's gonna sit here
I'm
and
not
eat.
done.
What is it? You got something you need to say?
Hey, stay safe, Ken.
Spocky is getting picked next week.
Oh, that's right.
Sweet.
Mr. Forky's getting picked next week. Kat, you stay safe. See you
Yeah,
guys
that's right.
later.